Hello. Welcome to Homeless in Tucson. I'm Ron Austin. This is part of the Homeless in Tucson series. And right now we are at Veterans on Patrol Bravo Base in Tucson, Arizona. Anyway, we did last week a interview with Louis Arthur, the commander of Veterans on Patrol Bravo Base, and he told you about what Veterans on Patrol is about. And, you know, it's about bringing veterans off the streets into the camp and getting them into the housing. So basically that's what it's about here at Veterans on Patrol. And from now on, what we will be doing every week, once a week, we will be shooting video of veterans that live in the camps, so you can get a good grasp on their story and how they became homeless and what they have to go through to survive on the streets of Tucson. And I want you to, God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Anyway, so, and you know, I'm doing this myself. Oh, by the way, if you want to watch the rest of the videos in the series, all you have to do is you go to YouTube and you search for Ron Austin. And if you just want to watch the series itself, you can search for Homeless in Tucson on Google. And the Google page will take you directly to the Homeless in Tucson playlist on YouTube. Or you can search for it on YouTube. Okay, it'll still come up the same. But, and you know, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm formerly homeless myself. I was an active crack addict at the time, and I've been housed and cleaned for 20 years or so. After getting established back into the mainstream again, I turned around and looked down that path that I came, and I saw that I left a lot of brothers and sisters out there, and so I need to try to pay it forward. But anyway, this Homeless in Tucson is a production of Panelef Productions and the Carlos G Figueroa Foundation. And I am the vice president of the Carlos G Figueroa Foundation, and both of those entities are 501c3s. So what we're going to do here is we're going to speak to Marty. Oh, there it is. There's Marty.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, Marty?
Good. How about yourself?
Your credit to society and to yourself. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I'm doing fine. So, Marty, can you tell us something about yourself?
Well, I am acting as their chief medical officer for Veterans on Patrol. I've got probably about 40 years worth of medical experience. Wasn't always a medic. Drove tractor trailer for 21 years after getting out of the military. Served in the United States Army, 101st Airborne. After I got out, drove tractor trailer. About 21 years, I decided to take a vacation in Colorado Springs, had a slip and fall, and completely destroyed my left shoulder, so I was unable to return to work. Savings account disappeared rather rapidly and forced me into homelessness. Been homeless about 4 years. Came to Tucson, trying to get my life back together. And by the good grace of the Lord up above, was able to meet Louis and the rest of the people here at VOP, and decided that I'm going to stick with these folks and see if I can't provide some, you know, some of my medical training to help the folks here that might injure themselves, or even homeless folks, anybody I can help.
Well, that's good, Marty. So, so if you like what we're doing here in Homeless in Tucson, I'd appreciate if you can give us some hearts, because what we want is we want to get this information, the real straight skinny about what homelessness is about, out to the public at large. We want people to know what, in reality, what homelessness is all about. Okay, so if you like what we're doing here, please give us some hearts. And I understand that the hearts gives us some sort of perks in Periscope. So thank you very much. So Marty, so you deal with a lot of all the homeless veterans here in Veterans on Patrol, correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
And so, what is your take on since you do come in contact with probably most all of them, what is your take on the situation with a veteran being homeless?
Well, I find that nobody, veteran or not, very few people wish to be homeless. I've seen families, husbands, wives, children, entire families on the streets. And medical care is something that's very hard for them to obtain, especially on like an emergency first aid visit without having to go into an emergency room or something like that. So that's where I come in. I know that a lot of the vets that are here have just had a very rough road. Just about everybody, wants to transition into their own apartment and take care of themselves. That's what we've been used to doing for all of our lives. But without the assistance of the general public and all of the organizations that are involved with us, it's next to impossible. Costs of rent, electricity, deposits, and everything like that is just so high. And most of us are either on Social Security disability or a very small pension, and we can't afford to come up with, $2,000-$3,000 at a shot to get moved into a place. And what I've noticed about, or what I've learned about, Veterans on Patrol is the organizations that we deal with provide the assistance for all the homeless veterans to transition into their own place, using a small portion of their pension or their check so that they still have enough, funds to live on for the rest of the month.
Okay, so do you think there's any possible hope that that veterans in general will end up not becoming homeless after all that they have given to us in their efforts to keep us safe?
I would love to see every vet have their own place they can call home. People must keep in mind there's some folks out there that are perfectly happy with the homeless lifestyle that they lead, and that's their choice. But I feel that every veteran should have the assistance offered to them should they wish to transition into housing and, be able to carry on a normal life.
Okay. I just want to tell the people that have just joined us that this is Homeless in Tucson, Veterans on Patrol #2. And we're speaking to Marty here, who is the medical officer here at Bravo Camp and Veterans on Patrol. And this is the second video in this series that we have done on VOP. And we will continue to shoot other individuals on a weekly basis until you get the full information of what homelessness is about, especially among veterans in this particular case. And if you want to go to YouTube and you want to see, you guys put your life on the line for our country, you should be looked after by your country now. Somebody just said.
Thank you.
Yes. So you can, if you do search for Homeless in Tucson on Google or YouTube, you'll be able to watch the whole series, okay? Part of that series has been about a homeless lady that was in a wheelchair, disabled, lives in a camp. Thank you for your service, someone says. Marty?
I was honored to serve.
Mm-hmm. So you can search for that series on Google or YouTube, and you can watch the whole series. So Marty, what do you expect that your future will be like?
Well, I just finished filling out all the applications I need to transition into an apartment. I should be hopefully hearing something, in the next couple of weeks about, if everything's going to go through all right, and hopefully transition into my own little apartment somewhere. Either way it goes, though, I'm still going to be here for the veterans and the homeless folks.
So you're going, whether you're in your apartment or not, you'll be coming here to volunteer
yes,
to
sir.
help with the health of those who live in this camp.
Absolutely,
Yes.
7 days a week.
True heroes. God bless, someone said.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, that's a good thing. So, I really don't have. Does anybody out there in Periscope land have any questions that they want to? Where is this located? This is located in Tucson, Arizona. It's on a dirt lot across from Santa Rita Park, and streets.
We're at the 20th. We're at the cross streets of 20th and Jacoba.
Yes.
Or Jacobus, I believe is how it's
Jacobus.
pronounced.
Yes.
Jacobus.
That's correct.
And I'd also like to welcome anyone out that would like to come and check Base Camp Bravo out. You're more than welcome to come and see what we've got set up and what we have going on for the veterans and the homeless folks that depend on us for a little bit of food and water and blankets and things of this nature. I think once you see what we're doing here, I think you will be impressed.
So, you got an open invitation from Marty, the medical officer here at Bravo Camp. I would take him up on that if I were you, because there's a lot of misinformation out there on the airwaves and through conversation about what homelessness is truly about. Okay, I think Marty, you expressed something to me about a conversation you had with somebody on the bus. Oh, awesome! Be there soon. I'll give my word out for more help. Thank you once more.
Thank you. That's wonderful. God bless you.
So you had a conversation with somebody on the bus that had a bit of misinformation. Will you tell us about that?
Absolutely. I was taking the bus to go to the VA hospital, and I was talking with another homeless vet who was asking questions about this place. He had read something in the newspaper about it.
About Veterans on Patrol.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And wasn't quite sure what we were about. So I was explaining, to the gentleman what we could do for him, what services we offered, what things that we had the ability to connect him with for other services. And a gentleman sitting on the bus made a statement that anybody that's homeless wants to be homeless. That's not true. I've never really met anyone that wants to be out here wondering if, when you wake up, if your personal belongings were still going to be by your side, or if someone snuck up in the middle of the night and stole them, or horror stories like people coming into camps and beating the homeless people. I simply told him that he needed to open his eyes and do a little bit of research before, he came up with conclusions as such.
Okay, good. Yes, so there's a lot of misinformation about homelessness that just fills people's head with garbage. Okay, and a lot of that misinformation comes from the mainstream information sources, newspaper, TVs, and stuff like that. Because generally, all you ever see on the mainstream media is homeless people who panhandling or looking all disheveled or having done some sort of crime or something of that sort, but you hardly ever see the clean, well-dressed, articulate individuals who are homeless trying to get back into the mainstream, the families trying to strive to get back to where they were at before. Very seldom do you see that. So therefore, the public has been filled up with those stereotypical images, negative images of what homelessness is about. Don't you think so, Marty?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we're going to, if any of those who are viewing right now has some questions for Marty or myself, now is the time to post them up on my screen, because we're going to end this particular episode here. And we want to thank Marty for his participation in this series. He didn't have to, but he did, and he gave us lots of really, really good information.
Well, I'd like to thank you for interviewing me.
Okay. So the deal here is that this is Homeless in Tucson. This is a project of the Carlos G Figueroa Foundation in partnership with Panleft Productions. This is a series of videos on homelessness to make you more aware of what homelessness is all about. Okay. Next week we will be here again in Veterans on Patrol, Bravo Camp, Bravo Base, and we will be shooting a video of another person who is a veteran and who is also homeless, and we will continue that for as long as it is available for us to do so. I'm Ron Austin. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.